Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Nick McDonald here, back for another video, and today I want to talk to you about how you can build wealth in 2020. Yeah, and I just want to start off by saying that you can use these principles pretty much any year of your life. It's not just a 2020 thing. You know, that's stupid to think you could just apply common sense with your finances in just 2020 because we're in the middle of a recession. No, you can use this at any time. But I urge you to take advantage while we're in the midst of a recession, because you don't want to, when the things pick back up and you go back to work and you kick yourself later on, you're looking back at the way things were during this bad economy and saying, oh my God, I could have bought stocks. Oh my God, I could have bought real estate. Jesus Christ, what was I doing? Oh my God, I was so focused on watching CNN every night that I didn't take advantage. No, that's not what you want to do. You need to recognize that this is an opportunity in disguise. I think it was John Adams who actually said, a problem is an opportunity in disguise. And he was right. That's not what they're going to tell you on CNN. They're not going to tell you, in the middle of an unemployment report, yeah, and you can really take advantage of a time like this. No, they're never going to tell you something like that. That's for you to realize and for me to tell you about. Now, if you're saying to yourself, Nick, how can I be building wealth at a time like this? I'm scared to death at what's going on in the country right now. Like, what do I even do? Where do I begin? Well, you need to buy dividend paying stocks. That's the best way to put your money to work at a time like this. You need to go into the app store on your phone, type in investing, and look for apps like Robinhood, Webull, M1 Finance, or Acorns. Acorns is a little bit different than the other three I mentioned in the fact that Acorns is more of a keep the change. It's kind of more like a silent investing app. You don't have as much hands-on control. And I'm not saying to put your money to work so you can go out and use the returns on groceries and gas. No. Building wealth is about putting your money to work so your money makes you more money, and that money begins to compound over time. So that at a later date, years down the road, preferably retirement, or if you want to invest in something larger, like maybe buying a business or buying a house, you have something there to tap into. You have reserve capital. Think about it. If you buy a stock for $10 and it pays you 3% dividends, that means for every $10 you put in, it pays you back 30 cents a year. I know it doesn't sound like much, but when you own a lot of shares over a long period of time, and then you take the dividends you receive and use that to buy more shares, that's called compound interest, and it can balloon your account. And that's one guide to building wealth. And I really strongly suggest you look into that right now. Don't just watch CNN and watch bad news. You need to look and research, because we have nothing but time on our hands right now. It's like everybody's at home just on lockdown. You need to really look into dividend paying stocks. And if you're saying, Nick, I have no money to put in, I lost my job, right now I'm using whatever money I have for bills. Okay, but here's another key note. Robinhood, free to join. M1 Finance, free to join. Acorns, free to join. Webull, free to join. You can buy stocks for as little as $2 each. You can get started with $5. Any amount of money, you can become a member and start seeing returns on that money. I'm sure you have $5. I'm sure you have $10. You know, it amazes me that people always seem to complain that they're broke whenever you mention investing. But yet they pull money out of nowhere whenever it comes to getting the latest iPhone or the latest Jordans or video game or what have you. People are always going to find a way to buy the things that they like. They'll find a way to get that money for the latest iPhone, trust me. It's just whenever you bring up opening up a stock portfolio or a high interest savings account, it goes in one ear and right out the other. They don't hear you anymore. That's not beneficial to them. They're not looking at their future. They're only looking at the now. Many of us are living in the moment, and that's got to stop. If you ever want to set your future up, you need to do those things like open up those portfolios or those high interest savings accounts, because that's the only way you're ever going to build wealth truly. You're not going to build wealth with sneakers. You're not going to build wealth with car accessories or video games. You need to purchase assets. Another way to build wealth at a time like this is to completely get rid of your debit card. Don't even use it. Cut it up. Don't use cash. The only thing you want to be spending with is a cashback rewards credit card. Most of them pay about 1 to 2%. I actually have a Capital One Quicksilver and a Chase Rewards card that both pay 1.5%. And it's great because I use those cards for everything. Every single purchase I make at any store, I'm getting back 1.5%. And at the end of each month, I can withdraw the 1.5% into my bank account and use however I choose. So if you're complaining you have no money, you can't complain anymore. You can use that money to either pay a bill or to invest. It's free money. There's no purpose in using a debit card. Debit cards don't pay you anything. So now if you're complaining that you have no money to invest with, you have your cashback rewards each month. It's pretty much meaningless to use a debit card. They give you no incentive for spending with it. You're just spending the money right out of your checking and getting no type of rewards, no points, no nothing. Whereas the cashback rewards card, you're getting cash rewards. In some cases, you get points. You could use the points at restaurants. You can get back traveling points. There's so many benefits to using cashback rewards or travel rewards cards. It's ridiculous. And it's a quiet but subtle wealth builder, because now that you're getting all this stuff to buy things that you would buy anyway, you can apply that free stuff you're getting towards bills, towards investing, towards getting free deals at restaurants, getting free deals whenever you travel, getting deals. And that's the name of the game. And the final thing I wanted to talk about today, as far as wealth building in 2020 during the COVID-19 scare, is using things that you already own to produce money. You know, if you have a condo or an extra vehicle or a really nice car that you hardly use yourself, you can put these things out for rent on apps like Turo or Airbnb. And I know you don't want to come in any direct contact with any strangers out there in the world because you're, in fear of the virus. But you don't have to meet them. You can just communicate with them by email or text. Buy yourself a lockbox, put the key to the lockbox, attach it to the car, attach it to the condo, and boom, when you receive the money from the customer, they can stay or use your vehicle, and they just put the key back into the lockbox when they're done using it, and you're set. You're using the things that you already own to produce income for you. And I know, we're all strapped for cash right now, and some of us may not have an extra vehicle or a condo. But when things get difficult, you may want to consider using your own car to produce income for you, because nobody's really going anywhere right now. And there are still some people out there in the world who are working. So if you're really strapped for cash and the idea presents itself, you may want to think about putting your car on Turo and renting it out. So those are just a few ways to build wealth in 2020 that don't require much from you at all. With the stocks, just get started and invest. With the credit cards, just spend with it and get the cashback rewards. And with the personal property, the cars, the condos, the room for rent, just rent it out and collect the income. None of these require much effort from you, but yet it can improve your life dramatically. And that is how you build wealth. Wealth is not an overnight thing. Wealth is continuous small gains over a long period of time. So get started on the small gains. Take it easy.